the more boundaries we're pushing, the more views we're going to get on telly. Was that kind of the mindset?
We got told it was MTV's biggest selling show. It was black and blue from bruises. It was carnage. I think one of the security guards fainted. It was just mental. Come with me. Took me upstairs to the VVIP. Gave me an envelope. Oh, this is amazing.
Was there any point where you hit rock bottom?
I didn't hit rock bottom until 3 years ago.
Tell me about the time when you got attacked by a knife.
Then I just lost it. Just boom. Everything just got on top of me. I lost the plot.
That's the one drug everyone goes, whoa, isn't it? That's the one that everyone points at, goes, whoa, don't go near that.
It was only on special occasions in a certain place, so I'm not going to mention it.
Yeah.
But I love crack.
That's crazy. Welcome to the show, mate.
Cheers, Dodge.
I finally made it.
Yeah.
Happy days. Let's roll all the way back. What is Dirty Sanchez?
Well, the actual term Dirty Sanchez means, what's a sexual term? Stick your finger up your ass, top lip, make the woman gag, and then, but that's what it actually is. Yeah. But when we started filming Dirty Sanchez, we were giving Dirty Sanchez's out to one another. And hence why, when we said, how are we going to call this show? And then Dirty Sanchez. Or Joycey actually said, let's call it Dirty Sanchez. So
explain to the listener and watcher out there what actually is Dirty Sanchez. 4 Welsh lads.
Yeah, it's 3 Welsh lads and 1 Englishman, as they say on MTV. And the 3 lads are not from the Welsh valleys, as they say, because I think everyone sort of pigeonholes the Welsh into valleys. Yeah. Oh, you from Wales? Oh, you're from the valleys, are you? No, I'm from Cardiff, the capital city. I'm not from the valleys. Pancho's from Port Talbot, not in the valleys. Dayton's more in the valleys. And Dan Joyce, I think, sort of London, Plymouth. Yeah. Cornish, mainly. But Dirty Sanchez was... I've forgotten the question again.
And the Dirty Sanchez was what? You ended up having an MTV show.
Yeah, well, it started with Pritchard versus Dayton, because we made a skate video called Pritchard versus Dayton. It was loads of really good skateboarders at the time, back in 1999. And we started putting it together. And with that video, it wasn't just skateboarding, it was me, Daint, winding each other up, because it was always me versus him. Pancho falling asleep. Joycey doing his lunatic sex stuff, and then we put it all into one video, and it just, it took a while to come out. So the hype was built a lot, and people just couldn't wait to see what it was, and it finished. The main shocking thing that really sold it was Dan Joyce shat in his hand, which was loads of diarrhea, by a lake in Cardiff, a beauty spot in Cardiff, and smashed her in his face.
So in his own face?
In his own face. Oh. So, I mean, back then, before the internet, everyone's like, whoa. Yeah. And then it was all...
What year roughly are you talking about? Early 2000s?
Sanchez came out 2001, I think it was. 2001.
So what were you doing to build up to actually go, right, so MTV to come in and say, right, you have now got your own show?
Well, I was working for a distribution company called Double Overhead, who were distributing Globe skate shoes, an Australian skateboard shoe brand. And Brad Hockridge, who owned the distribution company, asked me, would you like to work for us? And you can be the team manager, look after the skate team. It's like, yes, that's what I was doing. And then whilst I was in work, I got a phone call off a talent scout called Martha Delap. And she said, can you come to empty, because Jackass had hit the screens in America at the time.
Massive Jackass, wasn't they?
And I think they were looking for the British version. Yeah. And they called me and said, look, can you come in to MTV? Phoned Daint. I thought she was winding me up anyway. I phoned Daint. Daint thought I was winding him up. We went to MTV. They said, we're going to do a show, Shock Idol. We're looking for Britain's most shocking people. We said, here we are. And we gave them the Pritchard versus Dayton video.
Okay, yeah.
And then 2 days later, call. Right, can you come in again? But this time, can you bring Pancho and Joyce?
Yeah.
And then we went in again, and that was it. And they just said, right, we want to do a TV show with you. And then we were over the moon, stoked. And I thought, to celebrate, I got absolutely bollock naked and ran around MTV offices, me and Joycey. And then I remember Date saying, we've almost lost the show before it's even started. But that's how it started.
Okay.
Completely, that's how it started. And they told me to go and find a base in Cardiff where we could, like a house, where we could go base. And I found this place in Arabella Street, 122 Arabella Street. And it was perfect because on the other corner was a pub. And a lot, if you've watched Dirty Sanchez, the first series, all the stuff in the kitchen, all the stuff in the house was in that house. We renamed it the House of Doom because the fucking shit that went down. That went down.
So you're all living in there
Pretty
and
much.
filming 24/7 pretty much.
Yeah.
So were you inspired by Jackass? Is that where it came from?
Well, we're all skateboarders.
Okay.
So I guess it's the kind of thing as skateboarders we were sort of doing at the time. Because Bam Margera had Camp Kill Yourself. And that was out just before Jackass. And then there was a magazine called, skateboard magazine called Big Brother. And they found Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
And that's when Johnny Knoxville is shooting himself, point blank range with a bulletproof vest on. And so all these Camp Kill Yourself, Bam, and all these sort of came together and they made Jackass. So what they were doing in America, we were doing in the UK as well.
Yeah.
So it just seemed perfect. So when they called us in, it was
perfect timing.
Yeah.
Give me some examples of what you boys got up to.
Ah, Jesus. Well, I think the first series was like, we want to almost follow you guys in what you get up to in your daily days. Like the camera shoved in your face 24/7. And we were we were so much younger then. We just didn't give a shit. And we just were doing the craziest stuff. A lot of it was booze and narcotics based, especially when it was in the house.
Yeah.
If you look closely, you'll see the state in our eyes and our jaws if you actually really look. But a lot of the ideas were MTV ideas as well. We'd go outside. They were mainly the sober things that we did. Like the first stunt we did was the step ladder. I got on top of the step ladder, said, Dink, if you drive into the step ladder, take it out, I'll land on my feet. Brilliant. But that didn't happen. He drove too slow. I landed on the roof and almost broke my neck. But then it was perfect because that made better footage than if I landed on my feet. And it just started. We started off with stuff like that and it just kept getting worse. Joycey put his balls in a pool table pocket and then fired into just squashing his balls as he's going in. Joycey puking into Pancho's mouth. It was, some of the stuff was proper sick. And Joycey just because we moved into that house and there was a next door neighbor. And as soon as we got in the first day, the next door neighbor had all their washing drying on the line. Joycey has a shit in his hand again. I go, man, starts laughing, chucks it in the air, went all over the next door neighbor's shit, all over the clothes. And eventually, after a few months of us just driving them absolutely batshit crazy, there was we'd had police cars parked outside the house 24/7, and if there was any sign of any noise, we were straight in the slammer.
How old were you boys?
26 when I first started. But it was good times.
Were you all together getting larruped in the daytime, using gear, and then were you just constantly the more boundaries were pushing, the more views were going to get on telly? Was that kind of the mindset?
So naive, and then I didn't really think of that.
Yeah.
It was just, I guess the more shocking stuff you did, the more people would talk about it, I guess. And it was, Sanchez rule was if you come up with you'd always, you had to go, I wonder if we could do this. But if that was your idea, the Sanchez rule was you'd have to do.
Right, okay.
The first one.
You'd have to lead the way.
Yeah, you'd have to lead the way. Well, you said it, you do it.
Yeah.
And then the rest follow. But, fuck, it was just, every day was just fun. Nice. Just, how I didn't break a main bone, I don't know, but my head's trying to remember all the stuff. I'm sat here and going, there's loads of stuff.
Yeah.
My head's just gone, it's just gone blank. I wonder why. Brain damage.
Was it, tell me the extent of, I'll take it, what sort of drugs was it?
Cocaine, pills, booze. That was it, really.
Every day?
Not every day, no. But most days. But because we'd go in the night, and then sometimes we were still going into the next day. And then Becky, who was the director at the time, she said, "Oh, we're filming tomorrow," but we were all still awake, but we still had to go and film. But we still got on. We still did it. And I remember once we had a massive party in the house, and I'm not going to name names, but one of the MTV staff, we had a wheelchair in the front room. We'd done so many pills. We just plonked him in the wheelchair, and he just looked. Oh, his face was just. He's going like this, and he just. And that was about 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Oh. And Becky comes in from London. Right, well, let's go filming. She walks in the front room, goes, "Oh, what's happened? What's happened to the cameraman?" It's like absolute write off. But yeah, good times. Was it you being filmed? Was the cameraman in there the whole time? What was the deal with MTV? Who structured the deal? Do you remember what the deal was like with MTV to say, right, boys, you're going to come on here, we're going to create a show around you, and you're all on that amount of money, you're all going to be doing this is what we need you to be doing every day. The deal's 1 year or 3 years. What went on there? We didn't have an agent for the first one. Okay. They didn't want us to have an agent either. Okay. So I can't remember how much we got paid, but the deal was, it was just one episode, one series. Yeah. For the first series. I don't get me wrong, it was more money than I'd seen at the time. Yeah. And we just went and filmed, I think it was six episodes. And then I honestly thought that 6 episodes was going to be it. Back to your day job. But and then we got told it was MTV's biggest selling show. I remember. They've had for a long time. Yeah. They were like, right, we need a second series. Yeah. So, I better get an agent. And they've trying totally no agents, can't have agents. Yeah. So what are you doing? For obvious reasons. Yeah, right. They wanted to wrap me up cheaply. Yeah. Well, then we jumped with we got with John Knoll Management, and he started looking after our deals then. So and then off the next one, then the series was Jobs of the Boyos. And then off the third one was European Invasion, and then the film then. And then after that, me and Dane did, sort of went back to the Pritchard versus Dayton thing. Me and Dane did a show called Wrecked, where I'd have a member of the public, he'd have a member of the public, and we'd give him tasks to do. And whoever lost, the other person got to wreck his prized possession. Example for that? I think one of them, he had his surfboard, smashed it to bits. But I wasn't really that fond of that show. Tell me about European Invasion. Where were you? What went on? You know those tour buses you get, like the Rockstar people get? Yeah. Tour buses? Yeah. We're jumping on one of them and just going around Europe, visiting different... The four of you? The four of us. I'll never forget it because, I'm living in Pentwyn in Cardiff, and this Rockstar bus turns up. I've never been on one of them before. I've obviously seen, and I was like, I'm going on a Rockstar bus, full of excitement. Like, oh yeah, get on. And they got bunk beds and all that kind of stuff. And then Johnny B, who was tour manager, he sits you down, tells you the rules of the bus. And then we just hit the road. And it was we went to Sweden, we went to Denmark, Italy, Portugal, we went to loads of places. And we just never left that bus. But it was, did not stop drinking. I was just on it for the whole 5 weeks. Yeah. And by the end of it, puking blood and everything. Oh, man. And you couldn't go to sleep, because every time we go to sleep, someone's going to do something to you. You get electric shock. When we were in Sweden, we did stuff for the Swedish house hockey team, and I popped my collarbone. So then I was injured. So I couldn't, when I was in the bunk beds. Could barely move
Yeah.
because my arms, so I just had to sit there and just get electrocuted. Prodded me with a
Was there any times when you were like, I could lose my life here for doing some of these stunts?
There's one time in Prague, and I always wanted to get shot at point blank range with a shotgun. And they said, "Oh yeah, we can do that in Prague." I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." So we went to this place. I put a bulletproof vest on, and then the guy got the gun out. Oh man, it was the most, and I just had these shitty little sunglasses on, and looking down the barrel of the gun, knowing he's going to shoot you. It was just proper gnarly. And in my head, then I thought I could die for this.
Yeah.
Anyway, he shot it. Blew me back. It went. Some of the bullets went through the thing and scarred my chest. But I was all right. It was just proper winded. It was a hell of a buzz. And then I got up and the cameraman went, I think we're going to have to do that again. I didn't press record.
Oh, no.
I was like, you are? I said, I ain't fucking doing that again. And the guy who shot me went, I am not doing that again. But it was only the camera on the floor looking up, not record, but the other one was.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, how would you explain those years? What were the years the maddest for you? What year was it the start of the MTV program? 2003?
2001.
2001. And how long did that last for?
From when we started to when we stopped was 2014 was when
2014?
When I wrapped it all up, yeah.
With Dirty Sanchez?
Well, we did all the shows to start with, but we were then living off the back of it by doing nightclub stuff. Like the live gigs.
You're doing the PAs? Well, okay.
Yeah, and that just went on for years and years and
yeah.
years because MTV kept replaying it on
That's
MTV,
right.
so it was still fresh in people's heads. And those live shows, like festivals, live shows, nightclubs, it just went on and on and on, and they were good, good earners. Did you enjoy
the celebrity status you got for being known to being an absolute lunatic?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh yeah, man, this is brilliant. Soaked it all up. Like, I'm not ashamed to say it. It was just,
I bet.
It was ace.
Yeah.
You know, like I in my head, when I was younger, I thought I'd never succumb to anything. And quite a few people said that you most probably wouldn't, because I wasn't the cleverest of people. So to get to what I did and live in the life that I did,
good for you.
You know, we took the piss out of the system, really. I'm getting paid to get pissed with my mates and travel the world. I thought, I can't complain. So I'm sitting there and I'm going to reap it for everything and get out.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I loved it. So, but as I get older, not so much.
How old are you today?
52.
52.
Yeah.
So how long do you reckon that went on for then? Do you reckon that was a good 13-year stint you had of that, of doing the TV program and doing the clubs and festivals?
Yeah.
When did it start to dry up and why?
Well, I know we're not a rock band, but I guess we're a rock band without the instruments. Things started going a bit pear-shaped, arguments, you know. Arguments, egos, money, this, that. It all stirs the pot and creates trouble. There was, we would have arguments on stage in front of everybody. And you know, when you're doing that many drugs and that much booze, your head's not in the right place. You're living in each other's pockets, and you have been for many years. So little things do your head in, which then lead to arguments. But me and Dane sort of left Punch and Joyce, and like I said, we were doing the Pritchard versus Dayton thing, so me and him just went and did that, and it was good, but then it was sort of, I could see it was, we were getting older, the crowds were dwindling.
And getting younger.
Getting younger, and I'm like, I just remember doing these student gigs, and I'm starting stage, sticking a drumstick up my shitty ass and rubbing it on my mate's top lip. And I'm just looking at the audience and I'm like, man, these people are young and we look like dads. And it just seemed wrong. And I was just like, this has got to stop, man. And drinking and everything was getting out of control. And anyway, in 2014, I remember writing in an email to Dane and to our tour manager at the time, and I said, "Oh look, I'm out now," and that's when I left. And what money I did save, I opened a tattoo and barbershop in Cardiff City Centre.
Yeah. Still got it today?
Still there now.
Yeah. What's it called?
SWID, tattoo and barbershop.
Lovely.
Sleep when you're dead.
So let's roll it back then. So there's 4 of you, like a rock band without the music, doing crazy stuff, banging loads of bugles, loads of pills, booze, doing just mad stuff and getting paid for it, living the dream. How do you then, if it's 4, are 2 of you taking sides and the other 2 are taking sides, or was it 3 against 1? How did that dynamic work when you actually get to a point where you're getting boozed every day, you're hungover, you're sketchy, you're radgy with each other? What would normally happen in a group of 4 like that?
What, at the beginning or towards the end?
No, just towards the middle, because the fun bit is you're partying, having fun, getting paid. Amazing. But there must be a point where you're like, I don't really like his character. I don't like him doing that to me. Or there must have been something that triggered a couple of things.
It's the same, it's the same kind of thing with you and your missus and stuff. You know each other inside out. And some little things she'll do and most probably niggle you. And same, you do stuff and niggle her. And it was the same with us 4. It was, I don't really want to drop people in it because I can't be asked. What's been done has been done.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And I've forgiven all that now.
Yeah. I'm just intrigued. I'm intrigued to find out the dynamic.
We started losing our marbles.
Yeah.
Really. And just things like, I'm not going there because of this and this, and this.
Yeah,
just like, and our agents got pissed off because they have to keep doing stuff and looking after us, like
chasing you and
like kids.
Yeah.
And, the money wasn't that good for them to be going through hell just trying to babysit us, I guess.
So when you were doing like the nightclub world, you would obviously get someone like Luminar go, right, you're in 40 nightclubs and you're doing a tour or whatever it may be. What was First Leisure back then? Luminar and what have you?
Oh,
they were big.
Well, because we did a deal with Chicago Rocks. I don't know if it was Luminar or whatever.
Yeah, I remember Chicago
and there was
Rocks,
45 of them.
Yeah, that's right.
So me and Dane got the contract to do all 45 Chicago Rocks.
Yeah.
It was a mental bloody summer. And it was really good. But I remember Luminar booked us for 500 places or something ridiculous. It was like, wow, this is going to be amazing. 500. But so first time we went into, there was a place in Leeds they had, and we were on stage, and we used to play this thing like you get a cucumber and get people on stage, crowd participation, and then whichever girl gives it the best blowjob wins.
Yeah. Do you remember how much you were getting a gig back then?
Well, because it was 4 of us, I think we were getting about $1.50 each.
Yeah. And
then when it came to just me and Dane, depending where it was and how big the crowd was, then it was anything between 1.5 to 2.5
for having fun. Tell me about some festivals you've done.
The Reading was the first festival we did, and I thought like I remember going there, and this was our first ever live show. So we'd never done one before, and Reading was our tester. And I remember being backstage, and there was a band on. It was empty, and I thought, "Oh, this is going to be shit." And anyway, we were backstage just drinking, getting loaded as per usual. And then I thought, "What's it's sounding quite loud out there?" And I pulled the curtain back. Place attacked, and they seen me go like that. Wow, it was raw, and I went, "Holy shit!" I goosebumps and everything. I was like, fucking went running back to the change room. Boys, it's fucking mental. And they were like, no, fuck off, is it? And then they had a look. They were like, holy shit. But it was, we went on that stage and we were supercharged.
Yeah.
We went absolutely batshit crazy. There was blood everywhere. I was black and blue from bruises. There was shit all over the stage, piss all over the stage. The stage manager's like, I am not tidying any of this shit up. It was carnage. I think one of the security guards fainted. It was just mental. And the crowd were going, wow, they were loving it.
How charged would you get before going on stage?
Oh, well, this is the thing. At the start, we do snap, and it would never work because, you know, it's like you do a lot of coke, one person's talking more than the other, and it just sounds like you're not talking over one another.
Yeah.
It's my turn now.
Yeah.
And it just sounded like shit. So we made a deal where no sniff before stage, only after.
Okay.
And we tried limiting the alcohol to just 2 beers before stage in the end. I think all 3 of us did. Pancho didn't. I don't know. Yeah, it was fuck. Good times.
Tell me what they would pay you to do to go on stage. What were you doing on stage? How long were you on there for? What were you booked for? What were you actually paid to do?
To go on stage and recreate the stuff that we were doing on the show.
Okay.
So all the popular things that you knew people were talking about, we'd sort of do it live in front of an audience. We'd have the light tubes, smashing that over your head. We had the bullwhip.
Yeah.
So that noise is a sonic boom. So we'd have that on our backs. I'd pick up, I used to have a Pierce. I used to have Prince Albert. I used to pick up a bucket of coal and swing down my knob. Was just like this big, yeah. What else do we do? Oh, and then to finish, we'd have a posh wank before going on stage with a condom and stuff. And then when you come in the condom, you sort of tie it up.
Yeah.
And then leave it in your back pocket.
Yeah.
And then at the end, then of course, the thing was called Spunky Dunky. And then we'd all have to reveal at the same time. And whoever had the least had to have all the other boys in their hand and then all over their face. So that was
mate. There's levels, right?
But Dink we figured out Dink never lost. Dink never lost to Spunky Dunky. And we clicked. We thought, why doesn't he lose all the time? And we're like, he's cheating. Because he was filling up with like a little bit of water. So it was always, so he never lost. So we clicked and we went, right, okay, we'll get you back. I went to Birmingham, and before Dink turned up, we all went early. And we had bought a shitload of condoms. And walked into the bar, asked all the doormen. Doorman came to us a favour, you have a posh wank. Barman, get a posh wank. Giving them all these people. And then we managed to get, I don't know, like fucking 20 blokes come. And me, mate. Honestly, I know it sounds wrong, but me, Joycey and Pants are backstage sharing. Like 20 men come into our condoms. So we had like a whapping load of cum each. But Dink didn't know about this. And then when we got to the Spunky Dunky on stage, we went, right, reveal your condoms. Dink's face. This is cheating. This is cheating. You've been cheating for the last God how many things. So he had no choice because all the crowd were like, yeah. Oh, so he basically had 20 men's cum in his face.
Oh my.
We used to go fishing for each other on stage as well. We put like fish hooks in our ears and then go fishing. The first one to snap.
So hold on a minute. You get a fishing rod, fish hook, whack it in one of your ears.
Yeah, whack it in the ear.
And then you reel in.
And then the two of us will fight for one another. And so our ears are going, yeah.
Mate, your pain threshold must be like ridiculous, right? All 4 of you. Who had the most pain threshold out of all 4? Would you say?
Was probably me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, let's see now. Dayton was pretty good, actually.
Mm.
Dayton would do all like the needles and all that kind of stuff. And you'd have all the blood coming down his arm. And
What,
I mean, look.
Give me an example. What needles gone?
Well, you know, piercing needles.
Yeah.
You put them through.
Yeah.
And then they leave like a clear plastic hole.
Yeah.
He'd do all that on stage, and it was like, yeah, and everyone's going, yeah, another one. I remember he did it once, and he left the things in there. So with the straw, we used them as straws to sniff them. So we sniffed a load of sniff through his arms. It's all coming back.
Mate, this is quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there ever a time you got in trouble at the nightclubs? I know the one you got in a blowy on stage and stuff. Was there any trouble with the doorman? Anything happened there? Have you ever been in trouble when someone started a fight on you?
Yeah, they had in Hereford once that somebody started. But I was so pissed I went to hit him and missed.
Yeah. Why was he starting?
I've just been a prick.
Okay.
Yeah, but to be honest, not really. Doormen were always sound with us.
Yeah.
And we just, normally we'd end up going back to one of the doormen's houses and
having a party.
Yeah. Or somebody's house and just got stuck in.
Mm. Mm. Give me another time where someone's employed you to go somewhere, to someone's birthday or to someone's big event abroad or out in Ibiza, or have you done the Gumball Rally, or have you done anything along those lines?
Gumball Rally?
Yeah.
I did the Gumball Rally 5 times.
Done it 5 times, have you?
Mm. I don't know if you... Well, the Gumball Rally for me was like a highlight of my... Yeah, absolutely loved it. Well, the first... Max invited us at the Dirty Sanchez, but we were just so busy doing that stuff we couldn't get around to doing it. And as the years went along and we had more time, Max Minion said, yeah, can you do it now? We were like, yeah, cool. I was meant to do the one with Joycey going around the world in his Angry Pirate car, but cut a long story short, something happened, couldn't do it. I went to the start and had to go home, which was gutting. Why? Anyway, because we were meant to be filming me and Pancho were meant to be filming a pilot.
Okay.
But he said he was ill. And then I found out he's actually on holiday in Tenerife. I could have killed him. And so I couldn't go on the Gumball Rally because he was on holiday in Tenerife. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's just by the by. But we went on, we did 5 and a lot of, I mean, I've told this story quite a few times, but Dolph Lundgren was on, one of the flights. It was from, Stockholm to Ibiza. Mm. We started off in Stockholm, making our way, and on our way to Amsterdam, a few stops, and Amsterdam's the last stop before we jump on the plane to get to Las Vegas, and then start the American leg. And I was flat out on it, and this was when I was sort of introduced to Xanax. So every time I woke up, I barely slept anyway. On the Gumball, I used the car to sleep and then party all night and then keep going. And then to take the hangover away, I used to take a quarter of Xanax. Felt bloody great. Yeah. All right, let's go again. And we got to Amsterdam. I thought, this is going to be a long flight. Let's take a full Xanax, like one of those the pearly sticks. It's the last thing I remember. Until I woke up on the back of the plane, not that far from Vegas, and I was like, what are we doing here? I didn't sit in this place. And everyone just looked at me and went, where do I start? I'm like, oh no. I was what have I done? And they were like, you've pissed all over Dolph Lundgren. I was like, what? Shut up, you're winding me up. No, you fucking pissed all over him, man. You lost the plot. Apparently, I just went nuts on the plane. There was Bun B, the gangster rapper Bun B. Mm-hmm. Pulled all my clothes off, started teabagging him when he was sleeping. And when he found out, he said, Pritch, if I didn't know you, you'd have a cap in your ass. Yeah. And then the pilot came out, and I grabbed one of the pillows and smashed the pilot across the head and started a massive pillow fight. And then, because I was so out of it, I thought the toilet was Dolph Lundgren, and he was sat in the front by the door. So I just started pissing all over him. And then I collapsed. And then they carried me and put me in the back of the plane. And then we got off from Vegas. Went to Vegas, and I woke up and I thought, I felt so angry. I was getting bad anxiety as well. I don't know what this is. It was the not having the withdrawals from having Xanax. Yeah. So I was in the hotel room. My phone was going mental. I thought, what's going on here? It was on the front page of the New York Times. Pritchard from Dirty Sanchez pissed all over Dolph Lundgren. So everyone back home was like, what the fuck have you been doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then you walking out onto the streets in Vegas, and everyone's like, oh my God, it's the naked guy. And I'm like, fucking hell, what the fuck's happened here? But thanks to Dolph, he took it really well, and I apologized to him.
Yeah. He likes to party though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good egg.
Yeah. So tell me, so you did 5. So example on the Gumball Rally, you did 5 Gumball Rallies. Were you just doing did you do the whole thing, or were you just going into different countries and having a party?
Did the whole thing.
Did the whole thing.
Yeah, start to finish.
So for example, for the listener out there or anyone on YouTube, give an example from Gumball from start to finish.
Gumball is 3,000 miles, and it starts in one place, finishes in whatever it finishes, 3,000 miles later. And every night, it's stay in a 5-star hotel, have like massive parties, and then start again the next day, repeat. And it's just full of supercars, hypercars, celebrities, you name it. It's proper adrenaline fueled madness. But it's good fun.
We had Mike from the Cuban Brothers on here.
Oh, yeah. I did it with him once.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
He was telling me at the Gumball Rally we ended up in North Korea, like telling a story like this, mate. It got so twisted on everything. He ended up in North Korea and ended up with, what's his name? Night Rider.
That was Hoff.
The Hoff.
Yeah.
Mate, some of the stories he was telling were properly funny.
Yeah.
It's a mad, I've done one before, not the Gumball Rally. I did another one. I flew out to Barcelona and you party around the clock, and people, I can't think anything worse. I've been hungover in a car traveling for 3,000 miles. I'd rather just fly in for the party a couple of days than fly back.
Yeah. It's just like, it's the proper,
I've heard it's amazing.
It's just a mission and everything. And the hotels are nice. Everyone on it is nice.
That's right.
I mean, even though they're rich people, they're not rich people up their arses. Yeah. They're just cool people.
Having fun.
Everyone's just having a laugh and getting on with one another. Yeah. So it's ace.
Tell me some other countries you've been to, what you absolutely love. Tell me a story about Ibiza. Have you spent time out there?
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Ibiza. Because I enjoy a party. And I thought, well, there's no better place to go for a party than Ibiza. And we were doing Sanchez, and I remember an agent phoning up saying, "Oh, right, we got a residency with Ibiza Rocks." Yeah. And this is when Ibiza Rocks was in Bar M by San Antonio, for the Bay there. And I was like, yes, fucking going to Ibiza, not just once, like a few times over the season. And I landed there. I was like a kid in a sweet shop. Couldn't wait. Like, let's get stuck in. And we did the gig. It was all sold out. Made the atmosphere and everything was just amazing. And this was on a Sunday. And as soon as I got off stage, I'm like, right, where do I go?
Space.
Like, where do I go fucking party?
Yeah.
And somebody said, go to Eden, because it was Judgment Sunday.
Okay.
I was like, oh, wicked. It was just over the road. So I went in there, and I didn't know him then, but Big Nick, who used to look after Jules and stuff and look after Judgment Sundays, come with me. Took me upstairs to the VVIP, gave me an envelope. In the envelope was just party products. I was like, whoa, this is amazing. I've got a fucking envelope full of shit. I just went for it. And I was like, yeah, this is amazing. And then every 2 weeks when we went to the island, then I did exactly the same thing. So I just got to know everybody at Judgment, and that was it then. I just fell in love with the island. And I just kept coming all the time. Just kept coming. And then 2012, 2013, I started my own boat parties, Sleeping Your Dead boat parties.
It was called what?
Sleep When You're Dead. Boat
Sleep
parties.
and You're Dead.
Sleep When
You're Dead.
Sleep
Okay,
When You're
yeah,
Dead, boat
okay, yeah.
parties. And they were sunset boat parties, and they were so much fun. And then in 2013, I went to the season there because there was no point just going back and forth to the boat parties, and I'll just stay there. So I stayed there. I had all intent because I signed up for Ironman Wales at the end of the season, September.
Oh, in 2013.
So in 2013.
Okay.
So I thought, well, I'm going to have to train. So I took my bike to Ibiza. Everything to train.
Never happened.
Well, it did once or twice, but I mean, riding a bike through San Antonio that time of morning was just hilarious. You just bring people gurning everywhere. And I'm like, what am I? I'm on a fucking bike in Ibiza doing fitness stuff, and everyone's screwed. But anyway, I got back home, and I failed that. I failed the Ironman, but you live in it.
Amsterdam. You like that place?
Yeah. Yeah, been a few times now. Went there for my brother's stag. So it's been there loads of times, yeah. But I do like it, but it's not, it doesn't hit like Ibiza or anywhere like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So tell me so your journey now is like, do you find like from 2001, it's going on partying, you're getting to a point now where you're even talking about doing, and we'll go into what you're doing now, which is amazing, but you're talking about doing an Ironman, etc. Was there a point where you were partying so hard, you're going, I can't carry on with this, lads? Were you waking up going, I can't carry on with this, I've got to change my lifestyle, or I'll end up brown bread? Like, was there any point where you hit rock bottom?
I didn't hit rock bottom until 3 years ago.
Okay.
So, but yeah, before that, there was a few times I was like, oh, how long can I carry on doing this for? And I just loved it. That was my problem. When I started doing it, because I remember seeing footage of myself on TV, and I thought, Jesus Christ, because I'm a professional skateboarder. I skateboarded all my life, and I was fit, healthy, and then I looked at myself and thought, Jesus, look, what have I become? I'm an absolute mess. And then that sort of made me think, I need to sort myself out a little bit. Wonder if I could still run the Cardiff Half. So this was 2009. So I set myself a mission to run the Cardiff Half, and I did it. I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the journey up to it as well, the training. And then, I got an addictive personality, so I wasn't just happy doing the Cardiff Half. So I thought, oh, let's run the country from John O'Groats to Land's End. So
did you?
Yeah, ran it with two mates, Dikey and Neil Sharps. We drove up to John O'Groats and ran back to Land's End at about 34 miles a day for 30 days.
My God.
Yeah. It was,
so that's a marathon a day plus for 30 days on the bounce.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was
fair play to
and
you.
we did it in a caravan. So we had this hired caravan, Leo's missus doing the cooking and stuff. So every time they pull up in a lay-by, the deal was every 10 miles, she'd find a lay-by nearby.
Have a feed up.
We'd have a feed up, repeat.
30 marathons in 30 days.
About 30 ultra marathons, yeah. And that's when I knew.
Yeah.
Well, actually before then.
What year was that?
We did 2009.
9, okay.
Before that, I actually did something with Daint, with longboards. We skateboarded from Cardiff to Newquay in Cornwall. And I found that I had this thing where I had so much energy, I could just keep going. Like they'd want to stop. And I was like, no, go. Just kept going. And that's when I realized I sort of had something special. Like,
yeah.
And when I did the John O'Groats Land's End, that's when I started looking for something to push me. What's the next? Looking for the next thing. And my mate, Butsy Butler, he sent me a YouTube video of Rick and Dick Hoyt, father and son. The son's disabled in a wheelchair. Father's actually got a heart problem, but they do Ironmans together. And there was a video, and I thought, oh, God, man, that really hit me. Made me quite tearful. I was like, that's amazing. If they can do that, so can I. So I started scrolling for Ironman in the UK and stuff, and there was Ironman UK in Bolton. So I signed up for that in 2011. a few of us, my brother and 2 other friends. And that was literally at the time the toughest thing I've ever done. And it was, but one of the most enjoyable things of it, because I loved the fact that I had to really dig deep to get over that finish line. And after doing that, then I thought, I want to do that again. So I did in 2012. This time I didn't really train for it, but I managed to do it anyway. And then the next one then was Ironman Wales, which I messed up.
That's
but I wanted, it is a tough one. It's really hard.
Just to break this down, we can't just sort of brush over this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people might not know what an Ironman is. Can you just explain the 3?
It's 2.5 mile swim.
Yep.
112 mile bike ride and a full
marathon to finish.
All
in one day.
And you've got to do it within 15, 16 hours from that.
That's another level. Anyone who competes at half Ironman, fair play, but to do a full Ironman is another level of fitness. 2.5 mile swim in a lake or wherever it may be, or the sea or wherever it may be. And then you jump off, you finish that, and then you jump on a bike and do 112 miles. And then you finish that, you got to finish off with a marathon.
Yeah. But after failing Ironman Wales, I went for a run. And a few weeks after it, I was going for a run. I was just thinking of stuff. I always get my best ideas when I run.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, I'm going to do 30 half Ironman in 30 days. And I thought, what am I going to do? I can do that in March. I can finish on my birthday, it's March 30th. And I told a few people, it was like, what the fuck? You can't do that. I was like, is it a world record? Yeah, it would be a world record as well. So I was like, yep, let's do it. So I did, I think it was March the 14th, 2014. Started March 1st. Swam in a pool, 1.5 miles. And then got up the pool, cycled 57 miles. And then with Peter Allen, back home, we got a estate agent called Peter Allen.
Yeah.
They sponsored it.
Yeah.
And they've got almost 30 Peter Allens. So I'd cycle to a different Peter Allen every day, and I'd start my run from the half marathon. And then every day there was a vegan restaurant in Cardiff that sponsored it. So I'd go there, feed up, put all my calories back in, get a massage, go back home, sleep, and repeat. So did have 30 to 30.
You did 30 halves over 30 days.
30 half Ironmans, 30 days, yeah.
Bloody hell, man. That's like we can't just brush over this because that's just fitness at another level. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I love it, man.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I can, yeah.
What I like about it.
Does it clear your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I feel at peace
when
I'm doing it. Like all the endorphins, I lock into my mind, just switch off.
Yeah, good.
And it's almost like a form of meditation for me. So it feels brilliant.
Tell me about the time when you got attacked by a knife. In Norfolk.
Yeah, that was in Durham, in Norfolk. I was going for a run. My girlfriend at the time, she just lived around the corner. And I went for a 6 mile run. Remember how long it was as well. And then went in the local shop to go and get a drink. And there was a bit of commotion happening. There was a lot of women and children in the shop. And there was a guy screaming at the woman behind the counter where he was trying to get his check cashed. Obviously, it was a sketchy check or something, like a sketchy looking dude. And I was just I was sifting through the drinks and I could hear it all. And I went, and I was getting really frustrated because I thought, you can't speak to people. You can't speak to people like that. No, when the shop's full of women and kids, it's just not fair. So, I just lost it. I just grabbed him. I'm not a fighter. I can't fight to save my life. But I just grabbed him and just chucked him out the front door. I said, fucking get out. Don't speak to people like that. And he came in and he had, it's like half a moon with a little blade. He went, this is all down there, down my chest. I didn't feel it. So I turned around and my girlfriend saw it. She just dropped to her knees, hysterical. I was like, what? Well, I was And I thought, oh, fuck. And then and I thought, oh no. I literally went, I just sat down. The women behind the shop thing, they got me a tea towel. I mean, I didn't know how bad it was. I knew it was bloody bleeding. And I just thought, oh, I'm gonna sleep here. That's all I could think. But the ambulance came. I thought, I'm still not asleep. So, and they got in the ambulance. And, you know, because I couldn't see the extent of the damage, I was looking at the faces of the paramedics to see, like, and when they pulled it back, and I went, oh, fuck, it's not good.
Yeah.
So I went to hospital. I had about 30 internal stitches, and then external, some across my chest as well. But yeah, survived. He went to jail for 5 years. I think he's actually passed away now.
So, okay.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh yeah, lucky.
Yeah, very.
Very lucky.
You said a while back that you hit rock bottom 3 years ago. What happened?
You can live this life of excess for quite a while. Everyone's different, I guess. And I was living the life of excess, putting the candle at both ends, because doing the fitness stuff and wrecking myself, really. And it just caught up with me, because we started in 2018, 2019, I started filming with the BBC to do the Dirty Vegan stuff, the cooking program and everything. Because I was the first person to have the first vegan cooking show on TV. Yeah. And I was stoked. I was really enjoying it. I felt like I had a second chance after everything that happened. And I was loving doing that job. And then there's a few things I found out that I was getting ripped off. And I thought, oh, not again. And then COVID hit, and everything just sort of went overnight. And I don't, well, I don't think, I know, I couldn't handle it. And I just sort of gave up, really. And just started smashing all kinds of stuff. And then it just went from cocaine, booze. I was drinking like 4 bottles of red in the night, and there was loads of, I remember drinking Brewdog IPAs like it was going out of fashion, smoking again. And then I was doing morphine, I was doing diazepam, codemols, just a handful every morning. I was constipated. I was having trouble down there because obviously the opiates and everything was in there. And I just went. And then I started heroin. Started smoking heroin. I didn't get addicted to heroin because I only did it a few times, but I knew in my head that and where I was getting it from, I was welcome whenever I wanted. And I could have kept going for more and more. And I know that only leads to one thing. Yeah. I did not want to go down that road. And then I just lost it. Just boom. Everything just got on top of me. And fucking lost the plot. My anxiety was just through the roof. Like so bad. I just couldn't be around people. Like I was just hiding. I was doing it all in secret as well, most of it, in my house. And I went, right, something has to give. I'm going to have to stop. I have to stop. On October the 6th, 2022, I said to my agent, Nick, from John No, he said, oh, look, do you want me to get you a therapist? And because they work with a guy called Chip Summers. And so I went to go and see him in London, in Harley Street, darling. And I started working with him. And the first 3 months were pretty hard. I did, but it was working. It was good. I didn't touch any. I know, look, when I get something in my head, I'm locked in. I'll do it. Yeah. But it was hard. And I did a few plant medicine ceremonies as well, which was a massive help. So everything I sort of did from there on, I did it religiously and still do up to this day, because I know, like, at the moment, I've never felt this good for a long time. So all that hard work that I've done over the last 3 years and being strict with myself and the consistency, and it was all paid off, really. Because I remember Chip telling me, like 2 years time, so I was like, I thought he was talking out his ass, but then I can't see it now. And the most important thing to me at the moment is my sobriety.
Yeah.
And long may it continue.
Yeah, mate. How long have you been clean for?
6th of October, maybe 3 years. It's the next month.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
Massive respect.
Cheers.
Massive respect.
Don't get me wrong. I've had my fun. It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been a fucking amazing laugh, but I've done it. I don't need to prove to myself.
You've done it 10 times over, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a ride.
Yeah, what a ride.
But yeah, so.
What made you try brown?
I always wanted to try it.
Yeah, okay.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
When you do, like, because I've done pretty much almost every other drug. Crystal meth, pills, this, that, it's all of it.
Yeah.
But there was one thing I never did, was brown. And I always said to myself that I'd smoke, never inject it, but I'd smoke it and give it a go. And I was like, of course, fucking lovely, innit? I'll do that again. I think I did it 2 or 3 occasions. And then I started nodding. Somebody had to wake me up, and I remember waking up the next day and it's like, I can't do this again.
Yeah.
Because, we all know what happens.
What feeling is it like when you take heroin?
It's a nice big cutch, isn't it? Cutch is a Welsh word for hug.
Hug, yeah.
Yeah. It's just nice big, but I was completely, absolutely loaded on loads of other stuff at the same time. So it was that's just a really nice feeling.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
But that's the one
I can say, really.
That's the one drug everyone goes, whoa, isn't it? That's the one that everyone points at and goes, whoa, don't go near that.
But crack as well. I really like crack, but I know what crack can take you down that road.
Yeah.
You could
were you smoking crack?
Yeah.
How many joints would you ever crack?
It was only on special occasions in a certain place. I'm not going to mention it.
Yeah.
But I love crack. I know it sounds daft, but it's the whole process of it, that plasticky taste that it gave you.
Right.
Yeah, and it was just, and you held it in, and then boosh, and you're off, and then next thing you know, what, another. So yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not going back there again.
No, definitely not.
No.
That addictive personality you got when you did try crack and you were banging bugle before, bang, lines after lines after line. The difference between doing a line of cocaine and having a joint of crack, what was the difference? Is it a big difference?
I didn't have a joint of crack. I put it in a crack pipe.
You put it in a pipe, okay.
A pipe, yeah.
So a lot of people smoke it in a joint, right?
Do
you just bang it in a pipe?
Yeah, in a pipe, yeah.
Okay. And that hit compared to doing a line of cocaine is completely different.
Oh, yeah. It's like instant.
Yeah.
That's God knows how many times more powerful as well.
Yeah.
You get to where you want to be straight away. And without the clogged nose and all that kind of stuff. I know it's most probably weird to say. And I'd say crack is cleaner than doing cocaine. Because it's just
clean.
It's just pure and clean, yeah.
Yeah.
The rest, you don't know what bloody cocaine's been cut with.
Yeah.
And all the shit you stick it up your nose. But, yeah, they were the days, man.
Yeah, mate, amazing, unbelievable. That's some ride you've had. That's some ride you had. How are you feeling today? Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Because, I mean, my day starts, before I start, like, the people who really helped me get to where I am today, my missus, who was she could have easily left, but she I don't know how to get her out. she could have easily left, but she stayed and she helped me through it all, really. And my dog Lemmy, because I remember in lockdown, my dog would be looking at me and I'd be lining up, and he'd sort of have that ashamed look, almost like a human. He'd have that ashamed look at me, like, what are you doing? And it was weird, and I thought, he knows, doesn't he? He absolutely knows. So without those kind of, my therapist Chip, and my Mrs. Kira, and my dog, and a few others, then I guess I wouldn't be here with a smile on my face. Yeah. Because at the moment, I'm in a really happy place. It's sort of it might seem weird to say this as well, but I went through a massive spiritual awakening, and it all just happened in this one block. Yeah. It almost feels like so much shit was happening, like little weird things, like I'd have to change tires on my car like 8 times in a few months. Like life just kept throwing the shit at me, and I'm like, fucking hell. And I remember my missus saying, Christ, not again. Like I got tested big time in so many different ways, but it just kept coming back, kept fighting. And like my regime every day is 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, I do my morning workout, and I just to keep myself, like routine. Yeah. Routine is so important, man.
Discipline, routine. Yeah, mate, I get it.
You fucking got to do that. It works. Every single fucking day. There's no time for slacking. Yeah. The moment you slack, that fucking devil's going to take you away again. Yeah. Go, you fight. Tell that kind of fuck off. I'm sorry, I used the C word. But it's just, that's how it is. That's what you've got to do, man. And you've got to keep yourself busy. You've got to keep doing stuff. Like the moment I sit down in my head, you need rest as well. That's very important. If you're going to be constantly going, you need rest. But, I'm happy with my relationship. I've just started a new business with, Craig Armstrong called, Dirty Health, which is, a business based on food sensitivity tests, nutrition plans, training plans, and we've just started doing wellness retreats and stuff in the Gower Peninsula, which is did our 3rd one last week, and they've all been booked out, and everyone's enjoying them, and it's great because I'm sharing what I've sort of learned with other people, and there's a lot of people who have come they're sort of ex-party heads as well, so we've all got something in common.
Well, that's the way the world's going. Ex-partyers have all gone clean. They want to find calmness and peace, and do you know what I mean? And actually go, what's good for me? We're all growing up in the 90s. Everyone's had it.
From
partied hard.
Kitchen talk at the Mountain Walk.
Yeah, perfect. But mate, I just have to say just one thing. Like we're speaking here. I can see that you're happy. I can see that you've gone through a lot of pain. I can see that from banging that amount of drugs and booze for all those years to really knock it on the head 3 years ago. But I've got to give a massive shout out to your Mrs. Kira. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. For her to stick by you and get you through what you've got through now, it must be a beautiful feeling knowing she's right on your side. Yeah.
Well, she's Irish. She's from Dublin. Yeah. So in lockdown, we didn't see each other for over a year, and when the restrictions changed, she's now moved. She now lives with me in Cardiff. Yeah. So she's there every single day, and we've been together for 15 years last week, and most of that was long distance. Yeah. And then we thought, well, if we've lived long distance, how are we going to live with each other so close? But it's been wicked. Yeah. It's been absolutely amazing. She's ace.
How do you want to be remembered by her?
I don't know. I don't really give a shit. I don't know. Guy who like to have a laugh.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I just like to have a laugh. And can't stand cunts.
Quality, but that's true for all of us, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of them around these days.
Pritch, I've really enjoyed this, mate.
Cheers, mate. But yeah, so yeah, it's good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, mate, my pleasure. Thanks for honesty.
Yeah, cool.
Do you know, when I do these shows, I don't like to do too much homework because I'm intrigued, I'm curious, and for what you've gone and what you've achieved with 3 other mates to get celebrity status worldwide for just mucking about and having a laugh and doing silly things, fair play to you.
Well, there's some news on that as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, Sanchez, the movie 2, is another step closer to being signed off.
You're joking me.
Yeah. So I spoke to my agent last week. Then another step closer. Paramount have given it the green light for us to be able to use Dirty Sanchez and Vertigo Films, who did the first Sanchez movie. Alan is in the middle of it's just basically the legal talk is now going back and forth.
Okay.
But then, fingers crossed, I think next year we're going to have Dirty Sanchez, the movie 2.
So what, the 4 lads will come back together again?
All 4 of us come back.
But you ain't going to do the stunts you were doing, right?
No, we're going to do worse. No, I'm joking. No. We're all 4 different people.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I know Dane's sober. I think Joycey is as well. I am. Pan still likes to drink, but I mean, I think it's going to be a bit more wholesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the comedy will always still be there,
of course.
because it's just the way we are.
Yeah.
As far as like chopping fingers off and limbs, I don't think that's going to. No, but I spoke to the director yesterday. Actually, I had a Zoom call with him. So as soon as everything gets ticked off, we'll be hitting a room and start knocking ideas out. And then we'll get on the road and start filming again.
But doing it with no booze, no drugs, but still having the right laugh.
Yes.
Mate, quality, mate.
Yeah.
Imagine how fun that would be. Imagine doing it sober. It'd be weird, right?
It'd be so weird because you're so, like, you think back to when you did it. We were, like I said earlier,
in your 20s.
Yeah, full on, like, madness.
Having it.
And now we're all so
sober.
Sober Sanchez.
Yeah, sober Sanchez. Clean Sanchez.
Fucking hell.
Happy days. Pritch, I love this, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Absolutely love you. You're a gentleman.
Cheers,
I wish you all the best, mate. I really do, yeah?
Thank you.
Good luck with the movie as well.
Cheers.
Take care. Thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to see someone on the show, leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, do us a favour, show us a bit of love, press the subscribe button, and it allows us to grow the show even bigger and bigger each week. Nice one.